So, when Warhammer 3 was announced and Cathay was coming, I was super duper excited. Three Kingdoms is probably, well, was my favorite Total War game. Now, I can safely say that Warhammer has taken that throne, but Three Kingdoms, Ancient China, like that historical period is just, I love it. I love it to death. So when I saw that this faction was coming, I think that pretty much sold me to the trilogy, wholly, even though Warhammer 2 I had spent tons of hours on already. And so I really do love this faction. However, in their current state, they do not match my playstyle. They're very, very good, especially in land battles. As you can see, though, I have brought, like, no artillery and hardly any backline. I've got 2 peasant archers. This is, like, the worst Cathay build you could probably come up with. Reason being, I love rush builds. I love playing, like, beastmen and orcs and Norska, anything that can rush at you, that's my jam. And so, Cathay as it stands right now, aesthetically speaking, is up there. It's in the top of my favorite factions. But, playstyle-wise, I don't match with them very well. However, that doesn't mean you can't make it work. Celestial Dragon Guard are just nasty in melee. I know they say anti-large, but I have found some great success with them just fighting infantry troops. Here we have another charge, or not another. Charge with Jade Lancers. Jade Lancers, again, I love the aesthetic. They're basically heavy cataphracts. They're beautiful. I love Cathay. I love the look. So, this is a land battle where I decide to rush as Cathay. Not a good strategy. If you're playing Cathay, I highly recommend not doing this, but hey, if you're in it for the fun, like, go ham. As you can see, my great Longma Riders, who I had in the air, are getting shot to pieces. A lot of the cav, that's Peasant Horsemen, it's good to be predicted. But Jade Lancers, all of my infantry have been, not infantry, but all of my flankers have basically been shot to pieces because Kislev has opted for a fully ranged build. I don't think there's, besides heroes, there's not a thing, oh, okay, and the cats, there's not, everything has ranged attack on this Kislev army. Sorry about the little ramble there about Cathay, I just wanted to say it, made it clear. But, underway with this battle, we've got a Terracotta Sentinel, which is probably the best melee piece that Cathay has. They, I think, are super duper undercosted. They work very, very, very well, being an unbreakable large unit. Kislev has opted for a lot of light war sleds. Looks like I was able to catch him with the Righteous Lancers of Wei Jin. They're going to do a lot of damage. Those Righteous Lancers have some really good stats, and this is a great, great catch for me. But it's going to be really, really difficult for me to run down all of the Kislev infantry and different aspects of their army. Namely, their hero corps. I believe they have Katerin and I want to say there was a Patriarch somewhere here. Not sure where he probably ran off with the capture kitties. So they're routing off, I think, is that the Jade Lancer? I want to say, yeah, Jade Lancer's clear over there. Right now, I'm trying to get these light war sleds off. What I really need to get rid of is these light war sleds and then anything that can shoot. Because if I can catch it, if I can keep it in the melee grind, my Celestial Dragon Warriors and Terracotta Sentinels will win. Katerin has been casting some spells. These Peasant Horsemen have been keeping her on her toes. She does have really decent armor on that bear, so there's really not much they're going to do to her, but still, it's keeping her occupied, and that's super duper good for me. One of my archer units has been shoved off. I'm really not taking advantage of the Harmony Yang bonus. Again, this is not the way to play Cathay. I'm being extremely aggressive. I'm trying super hard to rush my enemy, and that's not where Cathay's strength lies. But who knows, maybe one day they'll get a Monkey King DLC, maybe we'll get some Monkey Warriors or some other really fun toys, and at that point, who knows, maybe we'll get a more melee style of play that we can opt for. Looks like I've got some great Longma Riders over here, taking down some armored Kossars. These aren't armor-piercing Longma, they're not the ROR, but they'll still probably handle this pretty well. However, there are more Kossars on this side, untouched ones, and Kislev has a lot of units that have been routing and are off to the sides. I've got a really, really strong core here. 3 Celestial Dragon Guard and a Terracotta Sentinel. It's a ton, and Kislev has no flying, so I thought, you know what, this would be really safe to take a Dragon-Blooded Shugengan Lord. Longma as well. I can kind of pick my engagements with that. However, Kislev did bring a lot of range, and I think at least the Longma have been neutralized pretty well from my opponent. Getting on top of these Kossars, that's a pretty good charge for the Peasant Horsemen. Oh, did you see that damage? So, before this battle, I thought ice magic was just trash, right? I'd take it, I would take, if I ever took the ice magic, I would take slows with it, maybe Heart of Winter to take out a blob. But this battle changed my mind. This ability here, this Ice Maiden's Kiss, overcasted, I believe, deletes units with low armor. You can see these peasant archers right now. They're basically full HP. 15 armor, however. And at some point, hopefully I'll catch it here, she almost just deletes the whole unit with that spell. That is one nasty spell. Now, I might have some really gnarly infantry units and a Terracotta Sentinel left over. However, these capture cats, I'm sorry I call them capture cats, it's not domination. These snow leopards are really decent melee combatants, especially when it comes to taking down something like a Terracotta Sentinel. They've got gooning potential, and they have a Patriarch, which I believe has... No, he doesn't have a healer. Oh, he does, right there. Yeah, he's got his heal. Vigor, replenishment, that's really good. And Kislev still has remnants of their army coming back. I sneaked some Celestial Dragon Guard into the trees. I really want to try and grab the rest of these guys. Their speed is 30, the Celestial Dragon Guard are 18, so it's really going to be tough to try and catch them. However, luckily I still do have, maybe not cavalry, it looks like the Longmarch are heading off, but the Dragon-Blooded Shugengan Lord and then also this Terracotta Sentinel do have the speed to catch these things. Oh my gosh, I might have missed it. You see how much damage that did? That is just, that's a really meaty spell, I gotta say. Quite surprised with the Ice Maiden's Kiss, I believe it's called. Yeah, it's probably still not that cost efficient. I mean, 6 Winds of Magic, overcasting just to get that much on a single unit. It could probably still use some buffs, but really happy with that. All right, so I believe we have Heart of Winter coming down here to try and take out the Celestial Dragon Guard. She's going to charge into him. This is not a spot she's going to want to be. However, that Heart of Winter will start dealing a lot of damage, and this is a big misplay from me. I should be trying to get out of here as fast as possible. These Celestial Dragon Guard are coming in. They're committing to this armored Kossar fight, and I even bring in my Lord, but as you can see, look at the health just tick down for these Celestial Dragon Guard. They are losing so much HP. They're about to rout off, and that's just really bad. I did get Tsarina really low. I thought I might be able to just outlast the magic and kill her, but she's able to break off both of these Celestial Dragon Guard, and that swings the balance of power into Kislev's favor. I still have a pretty healthy unit of the Celestial Dragon Guard left over and a Terracotta Sentinel, but Tsarina's still pretty healthy, and she is, oh man, she is real speedy on that bear. Every single time my Lord tries to charge, man, Longma are slow on the ground. Is that meant? I thought they should be a lot quicker. 105 speed. I guess when they're landed, it's not as good. These light war sleds still have some ammunition, which is actually really critical here because my dragon-blooded Shugengan Lord is taking a beating from them. Still some more things to clear out over here. I have one last unit of peasant archers. I was trying to shoot through the trees, but I don't think Warhammer 2's mechanic, where you can ignore the trees, the first second of fire from archers, I don't think that's in game 3 right now, so I think I'm probably losing some ammunition there. My Celestial Dragon Guard do come back, and this battle is not yet over. I'm definitely lower on the balance of power. This goon squad here is going to be really difficult for me to take care of, but I do have the tools I need to do so. I've got anti-large, elite, Celestial Dragon Guard. I've still got my Lord, I believe with some magic. I think I still have an Ancestral Warrior summon. Yep, use is 1. And then Talons of the Knights, really not going to be very useful here. But I've still got some tricks and tools, and then I still have the Unbreakable Terracotta Sentinel. Over here, you can see this Peasant Archer, even though they're in the trees and they're really low and all alone, they're actually doing a pretty good job of routing off some units. They routed one off over here. I think they're going to get these Armored Kossars to rout off as well before they are finished by these 2 Kislev units. Looks like we got some more routes, just trying to clean up the remnants of this Kislev army, and things are going to start going late. Here we have a charge from the light war sleds. I did brace for it, but they just kind of love tap the unit and then walk right off. This was really getting to annoy me because I had nothing to catch them except for the dragon-blooded Shugengan, and they still had ammo. I could have swore every time I looked at it, I thought the bar was getting low enough. I think they're finally out. It does say 0 ammunition. But she has taken a beating. 2,000 HP is not a lot for a squishy caster. Though, I mean, she's decent in melee, but I'm gonna have to pick my engagements really carefully. And the problem is, I really can't pick the engagements because they have the speed. If I try and engage with the Shugengan, she's going to get wrecked. So, keeping my army together, trying to catch something out. I've got these Celestial Dragon Guards still hiding in the trees. I think it might have been better now that I think about it to leave them in the trees. They may have been hidden, and I might have been able to bait my opponent to going into him. But I'm taking them out to go and get rid of these remnants of the Kislev army. It looks like the peasants actually got routed off. They weren't able to get these armored Kossars off. Celestial Dragon Guard do have 95 armor and a bronze shield, though, so I think they should do pretty well, even though they're really low, at potentially scaring off a few of these remnants. My opponent has no interest in trying to attack these two units. The Terracotta Sentinel is so healthy, and that Celestial Dragon Guard unit... Oh no, I remember this. Oh, dude, this hurt my soul. So Tsarina's trying to get a lineup, and I forgot. I genuinely forgot that Ice Magic has this spell. And watch this Ice Shard. That is 70% armor piercing, 100% armor piercing on explosive damage, and holy goodness, she pretty much just got rid of the Celestial Dragon Guard. That was such a meaty spell. Her value is, yeah, shooting through the roof there. And that is really, really bad for me. I've just got remnants of Celestial Dragon Guard. They are not going to be delivering the punches anymore. That's pretty much almost the nail in the coffin here. Because if I had the tools to fight him, I no longer really do. The Terracotta Sentinel will be a problem for my opponent to handle, but these two Snow Leopards have anti-large with armor piercing. They're going to just take chunks out of this Terracotta Sentinel. So at this point, I kind of accept my fate. I cast Talons at Night. I do pretty good at routing off the final bit of this section of the Kislev army. Patriarch comes in and he just wallops my lord. And pretty soon here, I believe, army losses is going to take into effect. All my Celestial Dragon Guard, my lord, they are all going to rout off, and all that is left is the Terracotta Sentinel. I was able to get an Ancestral Summon, which was super duper nice, but they immediately routed off. Funny enough, I did not know that was a thing. And once I saw them rout off, pretty much all the hope of this battle went out the window. I might have been able to stay and see if I got super lucky with the Terracotta Sentinel, but I think my opponent deserved that win. Definitely a frustrating one, but a pretty long and interesting battle. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let's check out the... What is it called? Post-battle screen before I let you go, though. My lord definitely got some value. I believe she almost paid for herself, so I'm pretty happy with that. I maybe could have taken a better spell selection against Kislev. My summons were not on point that game, so that kind of sucks. Both Longma units, well, one Longma unit was getting pretty good value. This one, however, got shot to pieces. Not a lot of value there at all. Terracotta Sentinel, as fast as he was, most of the money on this Kislev army was in the mobility, and they are all faster than him. He couldn't catch anything, so he really didn't get any value for himself. Same with these Celestial Dragon Guards. Some of them, it looks like, did get pretty decent value, but anything that was really worth its weight in gold was too fast for them to catch up to. Jade Lancers just getting wrecked. That's to be expected against Kislev, even though they didn't really go heavy with the cavalry. Cavalry game is much more their strength and not mine. So, armies, pretty, I don't know, negligible damage from my army. Nothing really shining there. However, Tsarina Katerin definitely got a lot of value. These Light War sets, this one unit in particular, definitely paid for itself, and some. And then I believe these Capture Cats, Snow Kitties, got a lot of damage. And this honestly would have been a lot higher if I had let the battle keep playing out, because they were the main thing that were going to kill that Terracotta Sentinel. So, pretty good game, pretty long one, but still thought it'd be interesting to see. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.